is Christine and I'm a proud student of Defense Sharia. In today's video, I will be talking about the key to guaranteed success on your twin flame journey. So this is something that I've been healing through a lot recently, and it's a very common, let's say, obstacle that many of us face during our twin flame journeys. And that is this feeling of wanting to really give up because we feel like this journey is too hard or too much, right? And again, this is something extremely common. So if you've experienced this, then know that you're not alone. And there's lots of support available to you. And in today's video, I will be talking about why it's such a bad idea to follow this feeling of wanting to give up. Because essentially, your twin flame journey is not just about you getting into a romantic relationship with your twin flame. The twin flame journey is about coming home to yourself, having a relationship with yourself and with the divine, and pretty much with life itself. So every single thing that your twin flame mirrors to you, every single upset and every single block that you experience in your reality is an invitation to heal there and love yourself there and go deeper in your relationship with yourself. So as you can imagine, the twin flame journey is not one of, being devoted to your twin flame as a person, but about you being devoted to yourself and to God and to your ascension. So giving up on your twin flame journey is the same thing as giving up on yourself and on your relationship with God and on your relationship with life itself. And giving up is the guaranteed way to not get into twin flame union and to not get all those blessings that are waiting for you at the end of this, or what seems like a tunnel. But it's actually not a tunnel, and I'll get to this in a moment. So the key to guaranteed success on your twin flame journey is commitment. And commitment takes many forms, but right now I'm talking about like committing to yourself. And what committing to yourself means is when you really choose to listen to yourself, to pay attention to what your heart is feeling and what your heart desires from you. It is about choosing to put yourself above all others and put yourself first, right? Put your own needs first instead of, being pretty much a people pleaser. And committing to yourself also means committing to your own happiness and acknowledging your desire for your twin flame, for your perfect lover, is part of committing to yourself because, as I mentioned before, you're really listening to your heart, and it's a normal desire to have the one for your twin flame. It was put there in the beginning of your creation. It's been there ever since. And waking up to this desire is a beautiful thing. And pursuing this desire also is a beautiful thing. And in the beginning, when you don't really have the right support available to you, it can feel like the twin flame journey is one of constant disappointment and like constant just going through cycles, right? The same thing over and over. And it doesn't have to be this way because it's all about your perspective here. So giving up on your twin flame journey is not giving up on your twin flame as a person. It is giving up on, your dream and desire for your own true love, which, it's never appropriate to give up on yourself because, what's the alternative? Just being miserable and telling yourself that you do not deserve to have this love that you so desire. Like, this negative self-talk feels bad in your heart, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is that it is not true, because you're worthy of this love and you're worthy of this deep connection with yourself and the divine. So the key to your success in your twin flame journey is essentially never giving up until you get there. And getting there is not so much a destination to get to, even though it might appear this way. Because you were already created in union with your twin flame and you were already created with your good. So it's all a matter of shifting this perspective and just surrendering to your good arriving into your life. you were created in union with your twin flame already, so it's a matter of unveiling this truth and releasing the lie that you're separate from them. And when you release this lie and love yourself fully there, you will find that yes, your external reality really, really reflects that. And your twin flame was right there with you all along. However, by giving into the ego talk of giving up and abandoning yourself, you never really get to experience that joy and all the other blessings that come to you while on your twin flame journey. Because twin flame union is not the only blessing that comes on this journey. It's just one of the many blessings that the divine has in store for you. The twin flame journey is full of blessings of self-discovery and falling in love with yourself even deeper, and just creating your heaven on earth and striving for perfection in every single area of your life. And reaching those little milestones, it's such a blessing, and it's such a beautiful thing to do to yourself. It's the most important gift you could give to yourself, to just love every single corner of you, every single part of you, and to also accept unconditionally every single part of you the way you were created, because you were created perfect. So in this community, we call it honey badgering. Essentially, like, keep going until you get there, right? And just keep loving yourself. And it doesn't have to be hard or difficult, because, again, there's lots of support available to you. And this journey is all about loving yourself. And loving yourself feels good, it feels light, and it feels easy, because it is your natural state of being. And your natural state of being is also one of peace. So in any moment that you're experiencing an upset, you can just know that it is not the truth of what is going on there. It is just another place within you that desires your love. And you can heal it really, really easily. For example, with a mirror exercise, which is linked below. And yeah, there is no upset or obstacle that can truly stand in your way when you truly commit to loving yourself all the way there. And even if it seems impossible to be with your twin flame for any reason, I guarantee that it is not. Like, I can promise you it's not impossible. And the moment you choose to love those parts of yourself that are still upset and are still believing in the lie that you're not one with your twin flame, then you will notice that any blocks that you perceived as, too big to overcome, they just fade out of your reality naturally. And this is because the power of love is so big that no lie can stand against it, right? The ego could never defeat love in any way, and fear could never defeat love in any way. So it's safe to release any fears about, the thought that why does it matter how much I love myself, my twin flame will never be there, and just go all in, commit to yourself really, and watch as all those blessings bloom around you, like your life is a beautiful garden. And another point I would like to raise here is that a lot of those feelings of frustration and wanting to give up on our journey with our twin flame union stem from the fact that there are control issues there. And what that means is that we're judging our external reality a lot, and essentially we're looking on the outside of us for validation that we're going the right way, instead of looking at our actual source of validation, that is the divine and our own heart. So, it doesn't really matter if, your entire life looks on the outside like it's the most perfect thing ever. If on the inside you do not feel at peace and you feel really upset and really sad, then, that's a surefire sign that something is wrong here, and that there are still parts of you in need of loving. And that's not a really good direction to go, to keep feeding into those patterns. However, it could appear on the outside that your life is falling apart, right? And that nothing is working out. However, if you have that deep feeling of peace and trust in God within your heart, even if your external reality looks like is in shambles, then you can trust that God will come through and that everything will fall into place and that this is the right track indeed. So if there is a sign that you're looking for to know whether you're going the right way here or if you're going about this all wrong, then really listen to your heart, and it will definitely tell you that, hey, if you keep fitting into the pattern of drama and just looking at your twin flame as though they're outside of you, then this keeps feeling bad and bad, and this keeps feeling bad and worse as time goes by. Then, yeah, that's a great sign to release this pattern and trust love instead and fill that place with love. However, even if you're not in contact with your twin flame, let's say, but you still feel peaceful and you're really loving yourself there, and you take things one step at a time and you're really doing this with God, then you can trust that success is inevitable. And there's a lot of things that we don't know, right? But the divine knows. So it's safe to trust in that, and it's safe to trust that God loves you and God wants your union as much as you want your union. And it's safe to also trust that your twin flame wants you as much as you want them. So, this really removes the pressure, and you can really focus on loving yourself even deeper there and just surrender to the joy of life. Because life wasn't meant to be this heavy chore that you just go through and nobody gets anything good and then you die. Life was created so that we would enjoy it, so that we would be happy, so that, we would have this loving relationship with God and by extension also our twin flame. So yeah, don't give up on yourself. You are worthy of this, and you're worthy of every single blessing and of every single dream that you have in your heart. It was placed there for a reason, including your dream for your one true love, your twin flame. So being persistent and just really never giving up until you've loved yourself fully there, it really pays off. So don't be afraid to really go deep here and close all back doors to anything else, because again, the alternative to love is fear and ego, and you really don't want that. It feels bad because we were not created with an ego. We were created in perfect love and perfect peace. So it's safe to not listen to the ego voice and instead go all in with love and trust that your good is here. Your good was created for you, and your good will always be there for you. Nobody is going to take it from you. And you and your twin flame are one. So if you desire them, they desire you too. So it's safe to trust in that and keep going deeper into loving yourself with this knowing. So this is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, feel free to click the like button and also subscribe to the Twin Flames Universe channel for more juicy videos from our other Twin Flames Universe students. If you're interested in working with me on your Twin Flame journey, I would be really happy to support you. I'm a certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe, and I have put all my links in the description below. And also feel free to check out the description for more awesome resources for your Twin Flame journey. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!